Former President Trump ripping into President Biden's record on the border as we are now less than a week away from the 2024 Republican convention in Milwaukee.
Well, we have to fix it fast. And what they're doing is the illegal migrants that are pouring into our countries, many of them are staying in luxury hotels all over our country. They're being shipped up. You know, as we say now, every state is a border state, whether it's Idaho or Iowa or Ohio. It doesn't make any difference. They're all border because they're pouring through our country.
And the Trump campaign and RNC announcing a day-by-day themed program centered on making America wealthy, safe, strong, and great once again. Here with more, Republican National Committee Co-Chair Lara Trump. Good morning to you, Lara.
Hey, Ainsley,
Hey.
Good morning.
Good morning. I know we're all gearing up to head to Milwaukee over the weekend to report on Monday. You'll be there, obviously. Tell us what the themes are, what the lineup is, and what we can expect.
Yeah, well, look, these themes reflect, I think, the concerns of the American people and what they're talking about right now at their kitchen tables. Make America wealthy again. Look, we've got to bring inflation down. We've got to bring gas prices down. The people of this country want somebody to bring us back our energy independence. Make America safe again. Ainsley, you just heard the southern border is a disaster. Every state is a border state. And people across this country are very concerned about the impact it's having in their communities, about the fact that we have crime skyrocketing all over this country. Make America strong again. We want to have our standing back on the world stage. We want peace agreements, not wars around the world. We know who brought this to us, and we know who brought us American greatness. It was Donald Trump. Those are the themes of our convention because we know these are the big concerns the American people have right now. And I think the incredible thing, Ainsley, as we head into next week is really the wind is in Donald Trump's sails and in our sails as a party. You have never seen a more united Republican Party than we have right now, and it is in stark contrast to what is going on the other side of the aisle. They are fractured. They are in disarray on the Democrat side of the aisle, talking about whether they have to get rid of Joe Biden via the 25th Amendment. They're going to ask him to step down. There is a whole host of problems they have on that side of the aisle. You could not have more different candidates and Donald Trump and Joe Biden and two different visions for the future of this country. That is what we're going to highlight next week.
Well, I know that he's going to be down at Doral, down in Miami, for this rally later today, and he's asking Marco Rubio to join him, or Marco Rubio probably volunteered to join him, wants to be down there to support Donald Trump. Is that an indication that he will be the VP choice?
I would tell everybody, tune into the rally at Doral. Tune into the rally this weekend as well in Butler, Pennsylvania. Maybe you will get some hints there. What I can confirm is that we do have a slot for the VP nominee alongside Donald Trump to speak before he does, in the days before Donald Trump does, at our convention here in Milwaukee next week. So, look, as Donald Trump always does, he is ever the showman. He will keep everyone waiting, but he may give you some hints over the course of the next week. So pay attention, stay tuned, and I would say tune into those rallies.
Let me clarify. Let me make sure I got this. Whoever the VP is going to be, they're going to speak before Donald Trump at the convention on Monday?
They will be speaking in one of the days leading up to Donald Trump's acceptance of our party's nomination. That will come on Thursday, but they will be in the days before.
Will J.D. Vance, will Marco Rubio, will Tim Scott, will Youngkin speak? If we just keep checking the boxes.
You'll have to stay tuned, Ainsley. You'll have to come check out our convention. It'll be exciting, I promise.
Thank you so much, Lara, for being here and waking up early.
We'll
see you next week. All right, thank you.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.